One love to the humble, one love to the humble, one love to the humble. May grace and peace be multiplied unto you. I got a video request from the good brother Trey Day. Trey Day always coming with the good requests. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, go check out his channel. Go check out his channel, Trey Day. You look down in the comments or you look at the tag person. I'm going to tag him in the comments. Make sure you go check out his videos. Got some good points, good perspectives. And he on the same mission. And what I'm gonna talk about is with rappers like Megan Thee Stallion, I think her name's Sexy Red, and all of them type of rappers, female rappers that's doing the degeneracy, right? Um, and how they leading young black women into destruction, and how the parents are at fault here, 100%. And I'm gonna tell you why it is. Well, at least from my perspective, everybody got a perspective. You know, all may be right, all may be wrong, but either way, it's a perspective. It is something that we need to be concerned about in our community. And the problem is, in our community, we are not concerned enough. All we do is make excuses for bad behaviors. We make excuses for it, all just so we can be against white people. That's the only reason why these excuses are made. I don't know why we concerned so much with what white people think or say, and not just deal with the problems in our community and not make excuses for those in our community that's doing wrong. I don't care if it's proximity. I don't care um, if black on black is only happening because of whatever excuses that y'all like to make. I don't care. The point is, it should not be happening at the level that it's happening at. You don't. I don't care what's going on. We're the ones who need to be worried about us, not in comparison to anyone else. We need to be strictly worrying about us. But we can't do that because as soon as you say something about something that needs to be corrected, somebody's going to come along and start talking about white people. I don't know what the obsession is, but every time you say something about black people, they bring up a white person in comparison. There is no comparison. We got to worry about what's going on in our community in order to be better. Now, can we gather everybody up together? No. We can reach more people on this platform than anywhere else. All you got to do is like, share, subscribe to the videos. But most people are not going to do it because most of us are just not into changing. Because to change means somehow it's something we got to add white people into the mix. They don't got nothing to do with our problems. Once we stop blaming them for our problems will start getting better. You can't get better if you first don't take accountability. Stop trying to make excuses for the behavior and for the stuff that we doing in our community. We must stop doing that. That's a huge problem. But I'm gonna get into this about Sexy Red and Megan Thee Stallion and all of them, how they leading young girls down the road of destruction. First of all, the mind is very impressionable when you're young. You need to have good role models and good people in your life and in your circle in order for you to develop the right sense of what you need to be doing in your life. And when we got rappers like this talking about making making cosmetics with these derogatory terms, I think her name Sexy Red was doing that, and then Megan with the stuff that she do, it is all about something sexual. There's a place for sexual stuff, and it should not be on display for the world to see. It just shouldn't. You want men to take you serious. You want people to take you serious. One hand, women, I want men. I want men to take me like this. Then on the other hand, they supporting this nonsense right here. And then the parents are not really parenting. Parents are not being the first role model in their children's lives. They're just not doing that no more. They're allowing the music to do it, and then we make excuses for it. We make excuses for it, and nobody seems to care. You want to come? If I say something about it, you coming out, you say crazy stuff to me. And I heard somebody say, "Oh, you know how much you getting paid for this video?" I had a comment say, "Oh, they not gonna choose you." Like I'm doing this because I want white people to choose me. I don't need white people to choose me. I'm my own man. Stand on my own 2 feet. I'm not making no money off these videos. I don't even know how to make money off YouTube. I don't really care about making money off YouTube. My life don't revolve around making no money off YouTube. This is strictly for somebody black to read, I mean, to see and say, man, maybe I need to look into this and change how I'm living or how I'm thinking in order to better myself. That's the purpose of these videos, not for money. Nobody's going to offer me money for this. You see, I don't have a huge following. I'm not doing nothing that, I'm not making myself look like a clown. I'm not up here doing nothing crazy that's going to get a lot of attention. So I'm one of them black people that's not going to get a huge following. If there are things I could do to get a huge following by catering to black people, but I'm not gonna make us look stupid. I am trying to open our eyes up to the nonsense that we're doing. But you got rappers like Sexy Red twerking. You got rappers like Megan Thee Stallion twerking, doing all degeneracy all the time, embarrassing herself and everybody else for the dollar bill. You asking me how much money I'm making off a video? What about what money she making off the video and leading black people down, black young girls down to destruction, to degeneracy, to the stripper pole? All of them rappers, Cardi B, all the Cardi B's, the Megan Thee Stallions, the Sexy Reds. Men, you know, as a man, you know you're not gonna take that serious. She's for fun. You're gonna use her for fun purposes only. You're not gonna take her serious, and you're not gonna marry her. We don't need any more of that in our community. We got enough baby mamas and enough baby daddies out here. We need husbands and wives and stable families for our children to grow up in, not in a degenerate, overly sexed black community. That's all we talk about and all we do in our community is something sexual. Some girl gonna always be in the camera twerking. There's gonna always be guys in the comment saying the most derogatory things, egging it on. It's always gonna keep happening. And social media has ruined the black community as well as ruined women and men. Because look how we act when we get up here. Everything you hear in those songs, you making videos about it and posting it on social media. The Sexy Reds, the Megan Thee Stallions. This is what they get hyped off of. This is what they get high off of. This type of attention that men going to give them. Because the men ain't leading the women at all. And then the men that's trying to do something, people come against. You're not gonna tell me we're not messed up. And the parents are not parenting their kids by telling them, no, you can't listen to this. That used to be a thing. Like you have morals and values, and you don't listen to this type of music. You don't do this type of thing. You show them the right path to go on, but you gotta first be walking the path yourself. You gotta show them by leading from the front, leading by example, to show these young women how they should be living. I mean, you see what's going on with the way they're separating men from women with this negativity already. Black community can't afford that. Then you tell the women you already tell them to be bosses. Women are not designed to be a boss. It's just not true. I don't care how you feel about it. It's not the way it goes. If you got a woman and she's a boss over you, she's going to ruin you. You're supposed to be leading her. She's gonna leave you for a man that's gonna lead her. If she don't leave you, she'll stay with you for the things you provide, and she'll go elsewhere on the side because you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be leading. And half of these women are not. You can't lead them because they bosses. They don't want to hear nothing you gotta say because of the Megan Thee Stallions telling them that they bosses. Because of the Sexy Reds telling them to do derogatory things. And those derogatory things are things that's going to ruin your family if you get with a woman like that. She's not going to be good enough for you to marry. She's not going to raise your kids properly. You're going to have another generation of baby mamas and baby daddies and men ain't this and men ain't that. It's not that. It's just that the good ones, the good men ain't going after that. And then you got the most of the men now not even marrying black women no more because of how they have become. And it's because of the Carter B, the Sexy Reds, and the Megans have messed women up. There's less and less suitable women. They keep trying to say blank, say it ain't no more, ain't no good men. There's plenty good men around here, but the standards are high. Then these all these women thinking they supposed to have ballers. How many men you think out here making that type of money that these women want? Average women want above average men, but they should be linking up with another average man because they're an average woman. But then the men are hyping these women heads up to believe that they're not average, they're above average, making stupid comments under their videos like they're gonna actually have a chance. Stupid stuff. But this is what we do in our community. Go look up under them posts. It's mostly gonna be black men. Mostly gonna be black men doing this. Egging the degeneracy on. And if we was to stop doing it, they would stop. But since they know that you're gonna look and get them the attention that they want, because women love attention. They love it. Yeah, they hate the side of it where um they hate one side of it, but they still love attention. I'm saying a lot of different things. I'm not following no script. I'm just talking. And whether you like it or not, it's besides the point. It's affecting the whole community. The whole community is being affected by this. We're the degenerate of all the races. And please don't come telling me about no other race. I don't care about what other people got going on in their community. This is for black people to listen up. It ain't to belittle no other race. It ain't to compare no other race. It ain't even about no other race. Ain't no other race got nothing to do with what our problems are. In our community, they doing abortion just like it's birth control. And then on top of that, we're not even in a stable marriage or relationship for the ones who are having them, and no with no plans on doing it. And then the other half is is not gonna they're gonna wait until they 30 years old. Wait until you 30 years old to start? Some people wait until they 40 to start. That's because you want to have hot girl summers. That's your favorite rapper, female rapper, telling you that. City girls. Think that's cool? Then somebody will say, well, men do it. And look what men get called for doing it. But when men do it, women still run to them men. You still gonna go after them. So why you telling them, why you saying if men do it too? You don't care. You a woman, you still gonna go after that same man they got 10 baby mamas. You gonna run to them so you can beat them 11. But see, men on the other hand don't do that. Not for a serious relationship, unless he just that desperate or he just don't know no better. But most of the time, he's not gonna do it. He'll mess around with you, but he ain't gonna marry you. But a woman will get with a guy like that and think he gonna take her. She the one who gonna make him be more serious. We got a lot of problems in our community, man, and I'm just rambling, but it's true. We got a whole bunch of problems. I'm not trying to stay on no topic. I'm not trying to follow no script. I'm just speaking it as it comes to my mind. Why worry about a script for? Why worry about following something for? We got so many problems. There's so many. And the women are being misled. Women out here just like dudes now. Even worse. Even worse. We have no structure in our community. We have no values. We're immoral. No character. No integrity. Nothing. Somebody gonna come and try to say, "Well, white people." I don't care. I don't care. Okay, whatever white people doing is what they're doing. It does not change what's going on in the black community. Stats don't lie. And you don't go off of one stat. You look at a multiple of different stats from different places and different organizations, and you make your comparison from that. See, I'm not going to come up here and just speak from emotions. I can everything I'm saying, I can back it up with numbers. Before you come on this post and try to go against me, you make sure you can back up what you're saying with numbers also. Show me where I'm wrong. That's all I ask. Don't tell me I'm wrong. When you once you say it and you comment, right up under that comment, you go ahead and leave your stats to show where I'm wrong at, or leave your source of information or where you got it from. Show me I'm wrong. And if you want me to do the same, I'll comment under your comment with where whatever it is you want to dispute. You show me where I'm wrong, and then I'll show you where my stats come from, or however you want to do it. But we have to do better in this community because we're failing big time. We're failing the next generation. We always talking about improving. We always talking about getting better. How are we gonna do that? How are we gonna do it? If every time somebody come along to try to give you some information, you want to fight. You fight against all the people that's trying to show you the way, just so you can stay in the box. You want to stay in the box. You don't want to get out of your situation. You really don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't be doing the things you're doing and saying what you say. Every time somebody try to give you some game and help you get better. We don't want to get better. I don't believe it no more. I'm getting tired of pretending like we want to get better. The majority of us don't. There are some of us that do, but the majority of us don't want to get no better. We want to keep complaining. We want to keep running the same talking points. We want to keep looking back at history, back in the day. We want to keep looking in the civil rights era. We want to keep going back at what happened back there. What about right there in 2026? Why are we always talking about something that already passed? What can we do about something that happened already happened? Nothing. But we love bringing it up like it means anything. It don't mean nothing, man. It ain't helping nothing right now. Talking about what used to be. So get your children. Stop letting them listen to these degenerate female rappers and the male rappers. Stop it. It's time to denounce that stuff, get away from it, and change your life. Because you ain't going nowhere with that mindset. Nobody's going to deal with you, but other people that degenerate also. What happened to the class? What happened to pride in self? What happened to being somebody great instead of complaining? What happened to producing instead of making excuses? What happened to it? What happened? Why are we so degenerate nowadays? And we don't care. And you can't say anything because you're Uncle Tom. You this, you that, all the stuff that we say to each other. Instead of having a civil dialogue and conversation, we gotta insult each other. Well, you can insult me all you want. It does not change the fact that we have to change things. Us, ain't nobody else gonna do it. We can't keep crying about something that happened a long time ago. We gotta start doing something today. And it ain't nobody gonna be, ain't no leader gonna come along and fix it. Each individual has to do it for themselves. That's the only way it's gonna work. Y'all take care.